What's up, my News of Destruction? You have come to the right place. Welcome to BeamNG Drive. This time I have set myself a challenge. Some of you might be wondering why I chose this car. I need a light car for the challenge. So, this car will be our faithful companion in this video. Enough small talk, guys. Let's get to the challenge. My goal is to hop across the rooftops of the many buildings. I can choose the path myself, so there is no specific route. This building is my goal. I have seen marked it for you, so you have a visual image in your mind. Just for you. I have placed four of them, so don't skip on anything here. To keep things interesting, there is one important rule. When I hit the ground, as you will see in a moment, I add 50 to the jump strength. The starting point is 100, so it's going to be an exciting experience. So, then have fun watching the video. The AI will accompany you on this journey. I'm out.
Then let's begin our journey into the unknown, jumping from building to building. I said that nicely, didn't I? I have taken the first leap. It is a small step for me, but a giant leap for the BeamNG community. I just felt like Mario. The resemblance was very close. The first path to the first building was very easy, but there are a few more to come. I'll play it safe and avoid taking any major risks so that I can achieve something for the first time in this game without failing. This also guarantees a perfect victory. I've already set my sights on the next building. This is my element here. This building is much taller, but I will still conquer it, and Luigi will be proud of me. The loading wasn't done very neatly. I think only the bodywork was damaged. Yep, it looks like that, too. I have to be a bit careful. Where can I jump next? I'm looking for something easier. Flat roofs are ideal, so my jumping car stays intact. Now I'm preparing for the jump. I'll try to land on the building where I mark it with an arrow. I really have to concentrate, because if I take too much of a run-up, I might end up going over the roof while jumping. No, not the other roof. That was close. I almost landed on the other roof. I even have to pay attention to the direction I'm taking during the run-up, otherwise I'll hit the ground. The next building is next to us, and its roof is open. By that, I don't mean a barrier to the edge. This time I don't have to be careful. Jumping to the right now and going down a bit isn't particularly good. We'll jump forward, following the car's nose. Furthermore, we need a broader overview so we can plan the route better. Isn't that a good plan? Of course it is. Perfect landing, no further damage. I'm really good at that. I feel like the pilot here. Anyway, it doesn't look very landing friendly up there, and it's too low. I have a better idea. We'll jump to the very light brown building over there. It's clearer than the other buildings. It won't be that difficult. I just won't have to press the jump button so often. I can do anything. Okay, it was just a small touch, so you don't have to judge me for that. I didn't mention anything about a perfect landing. So, on to the next building. Going a little faster. I think I've got the hang of it. No one can stop me now. I'll complete the challenge without falling down once. Nice, too much arrogance. Now I have to somehow land on another building without wrecking the car. Great, I did a really good job. I was expecting the worst. Great, now the worst has happened. I did a really good job. We can't get out of here on engine power alone. That means we'll have to jump back and hope nothing worse happens. Better yet, we can flatten the roof, because we don't need it in good condition. It can't get any worse. Well, if it's still drivable, then we're dealing with minor damage. But we landed on the roof, so I don't expect anything serious. So let's try again. This time it has to work. I'll bet my flames of reason on that, even if they don't exist. I didn't put much effort into it, which is why it failed. I can do it. My ambition got the better of me. So far, so good. I really have to concentrate, otherwise I'll end up on the roof again. I mean, from the car, it would be better to land on the roof of the building. Great, even if the car doesn't look so great anymore, we can still drive and keep going. Let's get going again and hope we have enough momentum. Okay, our front wheels are still working perfectly, so the battle is not lost yet. The distance to the next building is a bit farther than to the previous buildings. I'm keeping my fingers crossed and trying to do my best so you can cheer me on. Fantastic, I actually managed to do it in one go. That was awesome of me. Can someone pat me on the back? The interior has seen better days, so I think we're halfway there. You can feel the joy in the honking. Which building roof should I aim for next? They all look too low. Maybe the left side is better for landing. Yes, I found one. It looks like a solid roof structure. We can park our bikes and their bodies there. The roof is also big enough. We're also the neighborhood car, jumping from building to building, and we're not chasing criminals. Will I make it? We'll see in a minute. Wow, I just rode without thinking and jumped off the edge. Sometimes you probably have to be lucky for something like that to happen. Suddenly, we have a building with almost no gap. A small jump should be enough. It's all about the right moment. The tension is building.
I could freak out. What kind of cheap vehicle is this?
I was just driving, and yet I landed on the roof of the building with only 3 wheels. I'm just making things worse, but what else can I do? Unless jumping is the only option, and that's just the way it is. Luckily, I'm always allowed to put the car back on its wheels, because I didn't mention anything about it in the challenge rules. Maybe we can do it next time. Oh no, the car is no longer drivable, so I can't go any further. Maybe I can still jump onto the building I selected. If I make this even worse and fall to the floor, all the chairs will fly. Then I can really stand on the loser's proceeding. Nope, this isn't going to work. How am I supposed to get back to the previous roof without failing? Questions pop into my head, but no solutions on paper. I was lucky again. My luck hasn't run out yet. So I have to reverse the car, otherwise the challenge can't continue. Everything is back to normal, so we can continue the challenge and forget about the bad luck and bury it. I don't know which building roof we can jump onto next. My idea is to just randomly try to jump onto a roof without any plan. So wish me luck, my cool boys and girls, and break a leg, as everyone can say. So I'm taking a risk and trying to make the best of it. Nice, I did a really great job. That's something that only comes from me. That's pure bullshit. And one more thing. If I land on the ground, I'll start at the roof of the last building, so there's no reset for progress. It would still be too difficult and not doable. Cough, cough, cough. So our jump strength is now at 150, and that could pose some new challenges. But I'm optimistic and will tackle this seemingly new challenge with a smile. I also realize that I should press the jump button less during flight, so I don't jump too high and miss the roof, which would be awful. Phew, I handled that really well for a start, even though I hit the edge with my front foot. So, let's move on, folks. We've had enough of a break. The next building is right next to us, and let's hope for the best. Well, we have to go back down a bit from the height, and that is more difficult than jumping higher. You have to press the jump button at the right moment to use it as a brake. A little reminder for all of you out there, for your little jumping adventures. Yep, it does make a difference when my jumping power is at 150 and I have to go into concentration mode. The individual brain cells have to work and send electrical impulses to my hands. Oh shit, the front bumper has become stuck to the bottom of the car. I can't drive anymore, really annoying, my friends of the night. Now we can't let this bumper crap get on our nerves. Let's move on. Next, I think we'll aim for the building to our right. It looks very open and spacious. So I mean the building that I'm about to mark with an arrow, so you know which one I mean. I can manage. The gap isn't a big deal for me. We've dealt with somewhat larger gaps before, and this won't stop me from achieving my goals. Hello, I want to jump forward, not backward. That's not what I want, and at the same time, it's not appropriate at this moment. Nice, the run-up wasn't quite right, so we moved backward. Damn, I should put some basil ointment on my forehead. Then we'll respawn the car on the roof of the building. That meant we hit the ground twice, so it's not that bad. It could be more dramatic, and of course, more indescribable. So we have to increase the jump power to 200, and I don't like that at all. The difficulty level also increases, as I have to get even better at my jumps. This time I'll use more speed on the approach. I learned from a mistake. I have to visualize the run in my brain, like a visionary. That sounds very clever of me. Did you see that? I managed to get everything done cleanly, and without any damage to the car. I'm becoming the best of all. I'm exaggerating a lot from reality. Anyway, we're still missing 2 buildings, and one is the main goal of this challenge. Crazy, I praised myself earlier, and now I'm failing on the second to last building. I could have vomited from rejection. This is really embarrassing. How I try to save everything, but it's in vain. Failure is inevitable, and I have to accept fate. Rest in peace. So, new attempt, new luck. The old sages whispered in our ears, giving us some kind of sign. We now have a jump force of 250, and that looks awful. Of course, I have to get used to the new conditions. It's possible I won't be able to do it. Nevertheless, I'll give it my all in this attempt. Or I'll fail and do a Squidward dance. Okay, I can breathe a sigh of relief and sip my tea in complete relaxation. We've come this far and can already look forward to completing the challenge. I never thought I'd get this far. The last jump, my friends, will decide whether I make it or have to take more jumps. There you have it. I didn't make it and have to try the jump again. But first, let's see where the car lands. If it lands on a roof, then everything's fine. Holy cow, I thought the car was going to hit the ground. Phew, that way we don't have to add 50 to the jump strength again. Come on, it can't be that difficult. It's not rocket science. I was so close to winning, and then something like this happened. Well, there's no point dwelling on it. Let's move on. Wow, I hit the building again, so I'm doing some flips to impress you with my stunts. I'm doing it on purpose. It's all planned. Well, we land on the building we jumped from. Now that's what I call 100% true fate. I can't believe I failed so badly, so close to victory. Pull yourself together. I can do it. I need to motivate myself to tackle it with a clear head. Does it make sense, or is it illogical? Too many words in my head, but no answer in sight. Nice, I almost kissed the ground. Luckily, I pressed the jump button several times without thinking. Besides, we're flat as a pancake again. Today, the Covet is really being put to the test. I wonder why I keep failing. Is it because of me? No way, that's not possible. Guys, I can't believe it. We're back up here and have to prepare for the next jump. So close to victory. Dude, the camera is fed up and hurls itself at the back of the vehicle. So we take another look at the building and internalize the jump height, not the touching of the building. If this doesn't work, I'll freak out and destroy my entire room with firecrackers. This time, it has to work, or I'll end up on the floor.
No, that can't be true. Everything here is jinxed and manipulated. The BeamNG gods are playing a trick on me. Or am I just too bad?
Come on, I just want to show people the victory of my life. Otherwise, I'll end up crying in my closet. My magic hands have no energy, so I'm bound to fail. I'm just 10% short of completing the challenge.
Damn it. Why don't you load it onto the roof? There's nothing scary there.
How many more attempts do I have to make it? Luckily, I didn't count. Otherwise, I would embarrass myself in front of you. I think I'm taking too much of a run-up and keep hitting the wall of the building. Everything has to be just right for me to make it. Otherwise, I'm not going to make it. You can see the best example right now. The mistake here is that I didn't have enough momentum, which is why we're flying backward. Well done. So, this is attempt number 500, and I don't see an end in sight. So the trend is rising. Before I completely lose my ambition and consider the challenge impossible, keep trying. Please don't, not on the ground. That would be very unscrupulous of the building. I don't think I can stop it now. What bullshit. So that means we're increasing the jump power to 300. I honestly can't believe it. I've never seen a challenge like this in my BeamNG career. Even though my career is still very fresh, and I haven't put in that many hours of play yet, it still hurts so much in the heart of my gaming life. That's unbelievable. I haven't tried enough again. Guys, why am I so bad at it? It's not like me to need so many attempts. My concentration gets dwindling the more I fail. At some point, I'll succeed and then explode with joy. I swear by my mouse, my gaming mouse, that's for sure. I won't say anything more about this. It's impossible. I need a break. Alright folks, I've calmed down and my mind is clear again. Sometimes you just need to go somewhere else to recharge your batteries. Whatever, I don't have to worry about it anymore. Mistakes can happen, and this is a very big mistake. The calm before the storm has truly settled in here. Oh come on, if you go under there now, I'll wipe my entire hard drive and start over. I've had so much bad luck in this game. Wow, that was pretty close. I love a new attempt with extra saltiness. So I could certainly consider why such challenges should be banned. Just before reaching the goal, I lose too much momentum and fall back. Sometimes I really need a goldfish. I've heard they bring good luck. Not good at all. Hit the ground hard. This increases the bounce to 350, and I hope it stays that way. Otherwise, I'll end up sucking dust into my mouth. Don't worry, I would never do that. I have an idea. Maybe I need to take a run up from the corner, and that might work. but I can't guarantee it 100%, but I'll try anyway. Oh no, I wasn't going fast enough, and that's why I didn't reach the finish line again. I'm already crying tears of frustration. This is really tough. Welcome to BeamNG Drive. We're reaching the 400 jump height mark. Anyone who's been watching this far can consider themselves lucky. Besides, I have a good feeling I'll master it this time. Yes, stay on course, my beautiful Covet. If you keep flying like this. Nice, I finally made it. It was about time. This really took a long time, but luckily I finally managed it. I thought I'd never be able to do it. In total, we jumped on the roofs 23 times. It was pretty crazy. I hope you enjoyed the video, and see you in the next one. So crash away.